Hey guys, welcome to my bathroom. I'm just back from work. I had a very quick dinner and I thought I would film a video for you guys. So last week was my coming back video where I just told you that I was very busy because my sister was at my place, and I got lots of comments about how my skin looked nice. And actually, fun fact is I wasn't wearing any foundation. So I was wearing just a little bit of concealer and a powder overall. So for those of you wanting to know the makeup look, I will have two videos very soon. So one of them will be my everyday makeup routine, which is what I have on now, minus the lipstick, because it's the end of the day, so I'm super tired and yeah, washed out. But I will also have my no foundation routine, which is what I had in that video. But the reason why my skin looked flawless is because my skincare is on steroids right now. I have been back to my really hardcore skincare. It's been about a month now, and because what happened is that I ended up having a few pimples, and then I just decided, I've had it, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I've been dealing with acne for over 20 years. This time, I'm taking matters in hand. So I have turbocharged my skincare routine, and both morning and night. Today I'm going to show you the nighttime routine. If you're a minimalist, if you're one of those people who just need to wash their face with water and they wake up with beautiful skin, that's amazing for you. My skin is extra. My skin is a diva. My skin needs all the love. So this is my extra PM routine. So if you want to see what I put on my face, how I fixed it, the hyperpigmentation and everything, I will actually go through all the steps now. My battery is flashing. I might be dying or something. So I might film the second half tomorrow or the day after, etc. So you might see different outfits in here. But essentially my routine does not change. So I just show you. And I also walk you through some substitutes that I plan on using once I finish my products, because I'm not really sure when is the next time that I'm going to film another routine video. So I typically have a backup of the products. So let's get started. This is my little skincare haven. Oh, I love it. I'm going to add an extra shelf over there, and once I add it, I'm going to put all of my nail polishes up. But first step for me is usually starting by removing makeup. For this I use Clinique Take the Day Off Balm. Caroline Hirons described it as lard, and that's exactly what it feels like. It's white, has no smell. I've been using it for quite some time. I think this is the second time that I buy a big tub, so really like it. And then I'm going to just melt all my makeup off and then wash it with this Sarah Chapman mitt. Now, when I filmed my empties video, I did tell you guys that I wasn't going to buy the Sarah Chapman mitts, and I was going to go to Boots and maybe buy something cheaper. Now, I did go to Boots and I tried to find similar washcloths. I didn't find anything. Honestly, I just found like small washcloths that I didn't feel like using. So I ended up reordering the Sarah Chapman ones, such that I have now, because it's 4 in a box, I now have 8, which means I have one for every day of the week. And regardless of when I do my laundry, I always have a fresh batch to use. So I just massaged all over my face. This is also a good excuse for me to give myself a facial massage. So I'm just gonna go with that for a couple minutes, and then I'll be back once I rinsed it off. When I add water to it, it's going to go milky, and I don't expect it to wash 100%, but it's just removing all the grime or the initial layer of makeup, a little bit of the SPF. Mea culpa, today I did not wear SPF, but one of the changes I did to my routine is that 99% of the time I will be wearing SPF, including when I'm out for a long time during the day. I would probably reapply, and for that I will share with you a nice tip when I film my AM routine, because I have finally found an SPF that you can wear on top of your makeup and it lasts 6 hours. Amazing. So that was my first cleanse done, right? And this is what the little washcloth looks like. It's never as white as when you just get it, but anyway, I just toss it in the wash. If I were to use wipes, I would have gone through 2 or 3 wipes and God knows how many cotton pads. So I'd rather use that and just wash it with the rest of my laundry. So that was my first cleanse with Clinique Take the Day Off. My goal is that after I am done with the Clinique Take the Day Off, I can start using a cleansing oil. That's the next thing that I have in my vanity. So typically the way I organize it is that I always have a backup for every product. So yeah, I will have an oil, and then we'll see what happens once I finish the oil. I'm just gonna put my hair out of the way because I don't like having my hair all in the way. So just put the first one, la 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 la, and the second one, and there you go. There you have it. Now we go with the second cleanse. Let me just rinse my hands because I just touched my hair. My second cleanse for the past month has been Sanskrit Saponin by Niod. This is the higher end brand of Decium. It just looks like a cream. It smells really bad, but for some reason I adore this smell. It is meant to be going back to the traditional using a classic soap for your skin, because over the past few years people have vilified soap. Now either I go with a very thin layer, which is not what I have done now. I go with a thin layer whenever I know I'm not gonna take much time. I just want to wash my skin. So my first cleanse is to remove the stuff that I put on my skin, whereas the second cleanse is to cleanse my skin itself. When I have a generous amount like this, it's usually because I want to just hop in the shower afterwards and just spend some time, washing my body, etc., while this does its magic. So because I think you can also use it a little bit as a mask. The issue tonight is that I just can't take a shower because I had the plumber come in and fix some of the insulation that I have. I just needed a bit of a refresher on the silicone bit that ensures the water from your shower doesn't fall on the floor. So I asked them to replace it because mine was a bit grubby and full of limescale, and I was just worried it would get a bit of mold or whatever. So I completely took it off, and then I called a plumber to just fix it again. When I got back, I did not realize that the plumber had already put it in. So I kind of moved it, and then I realized that maybe I was not supposed to move it because he did leave a note in my kitchen saying, please don't use the shower. So I just hope I didn't really mess it up, but we'll see. Anyway, so I have massaged it. The way this smells is like, in Moroccan, we say khmira in Darija, which is the yeast that you typically use to bake bread. And I remember we used to have this thing called germa because I bake a lot when I'm in Morocco. I don't like to buy bread, I actually bake it. And we always use live yeast. If it's like this, so if you were to put that live yeast, mix it with water and put it on your face, it would smell exactly the same, which is not the most pleasant smell, but because it reminds me of bacon, for some reason I like it. So I'm going to just now rinse off my face, let it completely dry, and then come with the serums that I use to, get a flawless look. I swear to God, I'm not drunk. I'm happy to be back to filming, so pretty excited. Right, so if you're thinking, hang on a second, you changed, it's because my camera died last time as I was talking and talking and talking. Classic Uga. It wasn't the battery though, it just was a mistake, some error in the SD card or whatever. So I'm filming the second part of this a few days later. Now, the next part after making sure that I have cleansed my skin is going through the treatments. So I usually start with the lighter treatments and the ones that target what I'm interested in the most. So I'm going to start with this Alpha Arbutin by The Ordinary. The reason why I'm using this is because I have a lot of discoloration. This is hyperpigmentation from whenever I have the random hormonal spot. I think that I have less and less of these, but I still want to continue addressing them. So, there you go. Really massage it in. I'm not very gentle with my skin just because I don't have sensitive skin, but also in my family we don't really age, so the whole gravity thing. Yeah, I think we're part of vampires. Now, the rule in my little beauty cabinet is that I try to also have what would be the next backup. So I'm halfway through my Alpha Arbutin. So probably the next thing that I will be using once I finish that in replacement of my treatment would be this Neostrata Enlighten Pigment Lightening Gel. Now this is a bit stronger, so I can't just play and put it all over my face. If I use this gel, it's going to be on this. So while it serves the same purpose of making sure that I don't have a lot of hyperpigmentation, you just have to be careful about how you use it, so I don't end up with, a light face or something. This is not bleaching. Now that this is absorbed, the next treatment I want to use is the ordinary Niancinamide 10% in zinc. Now, this addresses blemishes, so it's a mineral solution to reduce acne spots. I have been using it quite a bit. I've used quite a few bottles of this down to here, but actually I don't have a backup in my beauty cabinet because I decided that once I finish this bottle I will probably not need it. I'm fine with having the occasional hormonal spot, but I don't feel like my skin is as congested as it used to be. So I feel it has served its purpose after a second or third bottle. So once I finish this, I will only have one treatment step, which only targets hyperpigmentation, unless some other skin issue emerges, in which case, yeah, tough luck. Then for eye cream, I don't know that I filmed that before, but it's the Innisfree White Tone Up Eye Serum. I like that it comes in a pump like that. It's an airless pump and you just get the same measurement every time. And I think it's a bit too much for me, but I just don't put it just on the eyes. I put it on the moving lids, under the eyes. I extend it a little bit just because I feel it's quite a generous amount, but they have dosed it. So unless Koreans have a massive eye area, I think they know what they're doing. So I just extend it. It feels very nice on the skin though. If you are not very gentle with your eye area, you could use your ring finger because it doesn't have a lot of strength. But I've been doing this for years, so no problems so far. It also has a slight cooling effect, so I like it. Now, I'm filming this part of the video in the morning, as I said, because my camera died. So I woke up with puffy eyes, because I always do, and that sexy, raspy voice. You know, in Morocco we have a saying, Betefers, which is, it's as though I spent the night at a wedding, because, you know, we are very involved. My moisturizer is this Aesop in 2 Minds Facial Hydrator. It comes with a pump. The problem, I think this packaging is really not nice because I'm down to this and it's very difficult to get it out because once you get to that level, the pump just doesn't reach the product. So I kind of have to use a spatula to get it out. But you guys know me. There's no way I'm gonna waste this product. It's good. I paid for it. There is I think if you get another size, it comes in a jar. And now I finally understand why it comes in a jar. If you were to buy this, get it in the jar form, not in the bottle, just because then it would be easier for you to use every last bit of it. This is a very light moisturizer, almost feels like a lotion in texture. And the reason why it's called in 2 Minds is because it is for combination skin. And I'm not really sure. Sometimes I hesitate because I feel that since my skin is less congested, I'm wondering whether it is still combination, but it is definitely still dehydrated, and I definitely see that I have a layer of oil around here by the end of the day. So I still use products for, what is it called? What did I just say? Combination skin, yeah. You can tell I'm still not awake. I'm going to put this to load in my computer and then I'm going to eat a brownie and orange juice for breakfast, and then once it loads I'm going to edit it and upload it today. I'm filming this Saturday morning, so that's dedication. I told you guys I'm back and I'm back for good. So that is it for my routine. Before I go to bed, I will probably add a lip balm. I either like the Niod Sanskrit Miel, which is by my bedside, or the Caudalie lip balm, which is amazing, one of the best I've ever had. I have one in my backpack, one in my gym bag, one in my vanity corner. That's the kind of thing that I buy in multiples, and it's cheaper than Niod Sanskrit Miel, let's be fair. My skin feels nice. I think come winter, I will probably use a richer cream, and so I have this one. It's by Valeda. It's a Cetaphil, which is a pomegranate. It's a very nice cream, very light, has a very nice scent, and it feels like a drink of water. So it's a little bit more thick. It's thicker than the Aesop one, but at the same time feels a lot more hydrating. So when it becomes a bit colder, I might switch to this one, and especially that I'm going to finish that one. And also, if it gets really cold and I have to walk in the wind, I'll probably add a final layer of a nice oil. So we'll see, and maybe a moisturizing serum. But yeah, we'll get there when we get there. I'll probably film an updated one in 2-3 months, because I would have finished a lot of the products that I'm currently using, and then I'll explain why I had changed to which types of products. But until then, thank you for watching this video. I made it longer on purpose because you guys said that you missed me. So I will see you very soon on my channel. Take care.